This is the brief on the 1996 cricket refusal of the handshake between Sri Lanka and Australia. Right, so this whole thing, it's seen as one of cricket's really fierce moments, yeah? Came out of a 1996 series where things just got incredibly tense and finally boiled over. Okay, first takeaway. It really kicked off with a controversial request, right? Sri Lanka's captain, Arjuna Ranatunga, wasn't feeling great and asked for a runner. That's basically a teammate who can run between the wickets for you if you're injured. But the umpires said no, and the Aussie wicketkeeper, Ian Healy, that's the player positioned behind the batter, he immediately jumps in, shouts this really nasty personal insult about Ranatunga's weight. Oof, that lit the fuse, for sure. Second, you gotta remember, this big blow-up didn't just happen randomly. The whole series was already kind of toxic, you know? A big part of it was umpires constantly calling Sri Lanka's star bowler, Muralitharan, for no balls, essentially saying his bowling technique was illegal. So there was already a lot of bad feelings simmering there from the Sri Lankan side, way before this handshake thing. And finally, the absolute breaking point. Well, it came later in that same match. Shane Warne, the famous Australian bowler, apparently hurled abuse at Ranatunga right after he got out, after his dismissal. Ranatunga had just had enough. Fed up with all the repeated insults and the general treatment, he told his whole team, no handshakes with the Australians after the game. A total snub, right there on the field. So yeah, you put the on-field personal insults together with all that built-up series tension, and boom, you get this really ugly, unforgettable moment in modern sporting rivalry.